What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. Our Navy is absolutely kicking butt and taking names. We sunk a carrier, and we've absolutely sank a few battleships. What we plan to do now is just swarm over the British Raj, try to remove this threat altogether. We are obviously securing quite a bit of the Indian Isles, and the reason why I say that is they have a lot of aluminum, they have a lot of oil, they have a lot of rubber, and it would definitely be very beneficial for the war cause here. Let us begin an offensive line, and I do plan on activating you as soon as possible. You need to come over here, secure any positions we lost, and you need to go here, and then eventually there. And I'm happy. Okay, these guys, can they begin the naval invasion? No, we need 18 days until we can finally hit this base here in the UK. If we can remove American fleet in Pearl Harbor, gains conquer war goal against the United States. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Picking a fight might not be our best option, but I do want to remove these Belgian troops. Convoy protection. Italy lays claims to the Greek territories. I guess we can try to get army motorization. I really don't need it, because I don't plan on getting it, but who knows what'll happen in the future. All 24 of you still have your same plan, but in fact, we are going to delete that plan. Can we cross? Yes, we can. All 24 of you. Well, now, the entire goal is to basically move your way to, finish conquering whatever the heck you can. Can we just move across all the way? I don't know. I have no idea how well this will work, if at all. Activate this plan. You are going to move here, and then we will own anything and everything. How are these naval battles coming along? A lot of victories, some defeats. Battle of Iwo Jima was a defeat. As long as nobody can do any actual invasions, I'll be happy. And it looks like we have unread naval combats, which actually are planning on being defeats. Let's call in our ally. I will call in some allies, but not all. The reason why is I don't necessarily want to bring the US in just yet. Why are we going so slow? I get that we're mountaineers, but this should be going a little bit quicker. What are we currently researching? We are obviously getting better radar, we're getting better research times, some of our air doctrines, land doctrines, and naval doctrines. So as long as all of those are seen through, we should definitely be done sooner rather than later. Looks like there are absolutely no ports left, so all of these units will take attrition in time. What are these guys? These units will create an offensive line like so, and then activate. Who are you? I guess you're this man. And eventually we're going to need to take the Christmas Isle, and you know what? I would like the Cocos Isle. All of these would be very nice and very unique. Who are we fighting? Submarines versus... I don't know if we could win this. These are very weak submarines. We've already lost 8. We are seeing a naval invasion on Iwo Jima. Do we have any? Yes, we do have a level 3 fort. And it actually, we're losing this fight, so it makes me wonder, is this going to work? Let's make you search and destroy, and we'll give you a level 5 general, at least for now. I really hope we can make it in time. I have no idea if it will work. It says it's going to last 8 days, but maybe. We are sinking convoys nonetheless. Yeah, we can't have this be taken. Can I add additional naval bombers? Yes, I can. I will add 100 more. So that way, if there are any actual bombers, we can easily remove that threat. How are the radar stations coming along? Slowly. But imagine if we got level 4, then we would have so much more range on anything and everything. And obviously down here inside this, it would be 100 times better. Not 100 times, but you know what I mean. All of these units are taking attrition. There is nothing they can do. Taking the airbase would be useful. You come down. You guys go here. Who dares win? We can't lose Iwo Jima. I would be very upset if it happened. But I guess right now, we are going after a heck of a lot of convoys. Can we sink them, though? We've sank quite a few. Another ace pilot has been promoted. And we finally have a surplus of aluminum. What can we build with those? Maybe more fighters, but my highest priority would probably be naval bombers. So let's do something like this. We are going to need more carrier naval bombers as well. So maybe... I wonder why we have so much. Maybe our resources are finally getting in. They have a heck of a lot of convoys. And we're destroying a few. Yikes, did we lose our unit? Germany breaks the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. I don't know. We need units here, though, and that is for sure. This is garrison, so I'm gonna hope that we can get at least 2 units over. And it looks like we are having some combat. Is the U.S. finally in the war? I don't remember to... Yes, they are. That wasn't there a minute ago, so now we will call in all of our allies. And we are going to have to basically take our entire naval fleet and remove them after we take out this battle cruiser. And they have some carriers here that I wouldn't mind removing. Okay, naval battle. We didn't really lose anything at all. Can we activate? Yes, we can. Yeah, we're going to have to move our fleet. And speaking of fleet, where did you go? Japan Fleet 1, that is not the correct one. 3 Kantai, not the right one. This unit is going to need a brand new home. Ah, my goodness. Where are you? 3 Kantai. Bay of Bengal, you need a new home. You're the wrong one, too. Okay, all we need to do is protect us from Guam. And then these areas. Which shouldn't necessarily be all that bad. Our Marines can now go from here all the way to the Cocos Islands. Activate when you're ready, except all 10 of you need to be moved. Who are these guys? All 10 of you are going to take the Christmas Isle, assuming that we can. Activate, activate. All 10 of you, which are where? You need to remove all of Borneo. I have no idea if this will work, but we certainly will try. And then these 10 are finally making ground. You have a front line, and you have your offensive line. It'd be really cool if we could secure this entire area. Research slot available. I suppose let's go ahead and unlock. Can we get a better light cruiser? Is this one... We have 2 light cruisers, I think. No, we have a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser. So I think we need this one. But limited AA armaments and thin armor plates were major drawbacks of the design. I'm not sure if this is... These are battle cruisers. I'm guessing these are heavy cruisers. Let's get light cruisers. And then we're obviously going to need quite a bit of destroyers. Are these units actually going to move sometime soon? We were able to sink a battle cruiser, which was probably going to take a while to build. We still haven't made our troops over to Iwo Jima. Well, if we look at our strategic air map mode, can we add any planes anywhere? Probably could put some down here. And we don't have any radar stations, though. We have about 150 naval bombers that we could put to good use. And let's put in a few fighters. And the goal is to basically protect the Bismarck Sea. We'll see how well this works, though. We need radar, and that would make things so much easier. And we need our fleet, but our fleet is currently preoccupied, doing things that they don't need to do. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong, they're sinking and winning battles, but I need them to move, and they haven't really moved. Or maybe they have. We have a carrier here, and of course we have a light cruiser. They are protecting the Mariana region. When is our next carrier? We're prepped and ready to go. It's almost halfway done. Still making our way to producing some light cruisers. We need more, and I'm actually wondering. We had a naval presence in this zone, which I'm guessing are these troops. We could add a light cruiser to them, and then make them search and destroy here. Why can't we go here? We probably already are there. Yep, so we're going to go with all three of these areas. We have sunk one enemy ship, and all it was a destroyer. Wow, we have so much Navy experience. Definitely going to be putting that to good use. When can we get a new carrier? I guess that's my question. Not until 1944. So it would probably make the most amount of sense to improve our new carriers that we're building, which obviously isn't going to be this current model. Looking at our Carrier 3 Mach 1, we have the maximum amount of deck space. We are now need to get more armor, as much as we can get. Now we have less deck size again. Let's get a little bit more reliability, and maybe one more into engine. And now we have improvements everywhere. I don't know if we really need range, which I guess is our engine. What is our engine? Speed? Yeah, speed. Okay, we now have the Mach 2. No. Let's produce one of these. And then we are going to need the Mach 2. Now, speaking of our new carriers that we're producing, they have a maximum amount. Let's get a few more carrier bombers rather than fighters. And same thing with you. Whoops. Who dares win? Okay, wow, 99. We don't need this many fighters, though. Okay, so that is our plan. We definitely are going to need some additional military factories, obviously, to produce all of our new naval bombers, which we seem to lack quite a bit of. Yes. We have some synthetic refineries that are being constructed. This is turning out to be quite the campaign. Everybody is still doing their job here. We finally have some garrisons. Looking at our unread naval convoys, not necessarily doing that well, but our naval battles are doing phenomenal. Wars have been merged. We are now inside World War II, and hopefully we can take out Guam sooner rather than later. Do we have any free units? Not really. Still waiting for these troops to be maneuvered. I guess our next goal is removing the Philippines would basically secure us a lot of new room. Here is a massive battle. What are we fighting, though? I don't really know. But as long as we could get better radar, everything would go much, much smoother. And in 30 days, we could make that dream happen. Turn that dream into a reality. What are we fighting down here? Naval vessels again, against some battleships. Obviously, we should be able to destroy those fairly easily. Okay, part of me wants all of you guys just to garrison up, at least here for now. Could we get better radar in this area? Yes, we could. But do we need it? Nah, probably not. At least for now, we probably don't. I don't think I'm going to move these Marines any farther over. All 48 of you have finally reached your objective, so therefore you will create a new offensive line all the way down to the bottom of the map. And we're going to do something like this, and eventually jaunt our way over. Maybe even like this. I have no idea how well this will work, but as long as they begin preparing, it should go fine. Yeah, I need a better navy, which is obviously what we're doing now. We're building light cruisers, we're building better carriers. We are obviously building our naval dockyards. We don't have any free ships. Iwo Jima hasn't fallen, which is nice. We're losing submarines. Oh, the enemy, excuse me, the US is losing submarines. I always get confused and, like, turned around. But our carriers are doing quite well. As long as we can remove Guam, like I said, the ability for the US to maneuver will be substantially hindered. All of you all will, I suppose, just make your way on through as far as you can. And I guess that is it. You need to go here. You all have stopped moving. You need this port. We need this port. Okay, once again, a lot of unread naval combat. A lot of unread naval combat. As long as we remove it, it should go. King Carol II abdicates. So now Romania is possibly aligned with the Democrats, or better yet, the Allies. No national focus once again. I suppose we will unlock armor innovation, because I don't really know what else to unlock, at least right now. I have 150 political power. I need air experience. That's probably my biggest goal. You know, all I need to do is basically take Midway and Wake Island, you know, build up some, you know, powerful industry, build up some air bases, and then we pretty much have the entire area under our control. Why aren't we moving? How long is this? We lack sufficient intel. Do we have any free ships? I don't know. These aren't ships. We should have a very small... That's not the very small fleet. We should have a very small fleet who we will go and hold, and then basically try to patrol these regions. I have no idea if it will work, but it looks like they haven't even seen that much combat. We have 2 light cruisers and obviously a carrier. And part of me is wondering, can we get more garrison troops? Probably. I just don't know where they would be. Here they are. And can we actually, if we can make our way over, I would love to garrison this area as well. I highly doubt it will work, but we can certainly try. Here comes our naval invasions. Once we take these isles, they will obviously lose quite a bit of, you know, naval base priorities. You are now going to go from here, from Iwo Jima, or better yet, let's go from the Marcus Isle. I always seem to click the wrong thing. Or we could wait for both to end and then do them all at once. Research slot available. I can't wait until we have that, you know, we finally have this better radar. It would make my life a heck of a lot easier. And you know what? We might even need some, you know, bases again. We obviously are producing our naval bombers, and they're doing phenomenally. But we do need more and more carrier naval bombers. And you know what? We're lacking aluminum as well. I'm wondering, do we even have a surplus anymore? You have a surplus of 85, which probably won't last. Do we need oil or rubber? No. So that means these can go to the bottom. And everything is going well, at least for now. A lot of combat once again. I would like to click a few of these. Unfortunately, you know, obviously there is, you know, combat going on. Yikes. And it looks like some naval invasions going on. I hope we don't lose any actual isles. You need to come here, and then here. All of you need to go here. The goal is still the same, to remove the threat from this isle altogether, and we're about to finally arrive. Okay, which now means this naval invasion plan can be destroyed. You are going to go from this isle all the way over to, I believe this is Wake Island. Activate when you are ready. Actually, I lied. Let's not activate when you are ready. And then we are now going to take these units. We're going to head to Iwo Jima and try to secure, this is going to be the hardest one, but Midway Isle. And basically, if I could just defend those 2 naval invasions, we should do absolutely fine. And it looks like they did take a small little bit of land, and they did take a small port. And it looks like we have, we're exposed. Okay, where do we have resistance to occupation? We have it in Hong Kong. And actually quite a few places. So let us deploy all of our new units. All 10 of you will go there. And then all we're going to do is garrison everything we can. And all we want to do is obviously remove resistance. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so far so good. And did we ever get Hong Kong? I don't think we did. There we are. So 8 of the 20 units, or actually all 20 will move over eventually. But all we need to do is basically secure those factories. Low manpower, that is a little sad. We already have the better light cruiser. We could get better destroyers. I don't think we need that though. Obviously better mountaineers might be useful. But I think we are going to get better field hospitals. And then, if we can, absolutely start working on the better radar, which we can. 218 days. And now, because we can build better radar, we will. Level 4 radar wherever we can grab it. All of these go to the top because it's our highest priority. And I guess a level 3 radar station here wouldn't be all that bad. I don't know if we needed that level 3 base, but it's fine. Okay, so what do we need? We have outdated equipment, which is the light cruiser now. Let's produce 1 and 1, and then we will get a new light cruiser. The light cruiser 3. And actually, we could upgrade it. Let's give it more... you know what? I wanted to give it armor, but let's give it more anti-air. And better guns. And I don't even know anymore. What about more reliability? Less anti-air, less guns, save. We will now build the Light Cruiser 3 Mach 1, if I can find it. Light Cruiser 3 Mach 1, the Agano class. Okay, infinite amount, infinite amount. We need these all to be in Shigoku. Or Hiroshima. And obviously we are producing more and more naval bases, though they are a little bit slow to come around. We have some small combats taking place. We are sinking some carriers, or at least trying to. I need Guam. Why did we forget about Guam? All of our cavalry units are making their way over, which is why this is so slow. This needs to go here. And then eventually, if we can take all 3 of these, we are eventually going to use all of these Marines to take Guam. Let's begin preparing now. Or better yet, we could go from here all the way to Guam, and then activate... What do we need? There are no units assigned to this order. Well, that's a shame. And then finally, our last little province. And Borneo is mine! All of this oil, all of these precious resources. Let's activate all 10 of you, move them into a new no divisions, into 10 divisions. And you know what? I have a lot of resources. I don't think I would mind. Yes, we already gave them a field hospital. So that doesn't even do anything. Could we put a radar station down here in the south? Yes, we could, but where would we put it? On Christmas Isle, maybe. Could build all 4 of those, push that to the top. And then I suppose getting 2 units of coastal forts. Probably not that hard to do. Move you down, down. Our number 1 priority is the radar, as always. We had 15 units. That's why, it's 23. I do need to garrison this very small island. I believe this is the Christmas Isle. And then we should basically be able to secure anything and everything with naval bombers. Though, I don't know why we're not. And bring that airbase up to the top as well. Okay, modify our government. We are having some naval combats in the South Indian Sea. I don't know if we're going to be able to take out these battleships anytime soon. We obviously don't have a presence here. But we could easily secure this area. We could easily secure this area. It looks like we're doing that. We're destroying some cruisers to the best of our ability. And the better radar stations, the better off we will be. Do we have any actual... do we have an excess naval bombers? Not really. 139. I would like more of those, but then again, I need a lot of everything. We have 3 naval invasions, and it looks like we lost a unit, which is a little sad. And we've already activated our Siege of Guam. Are we going to be able to make it in time? I have no idea. Are there going to be any... Is there going to be anybody defending Guam? That is another question. And where are we going to? Why are we going there? Did we lose the fight? What is even happening? Okay, we lack sufficient intel, which doesn't make sense. You know what? That's why. Everybody's making their way over. These are some ships. All of these units are making their way over. Yikes. No. We still have Christmas Isle. Saw that change of color and got a little concerned. We have some Japanese vessels doing a fantastic job. We have some additional ships. These are not ships. Okay. I need better production. Like, I finally have oil, but I need to be building just so much of everything, which makes it a little bit hard and a little bit challenging. Okay, when can we begin our invasion of Guam? Not yet. And it looks like these... Actually, we lack the ability to scout. This guy can basically hold, and then here, here, and here. And then eventually I will bring you on back, and then add you... finally here are our new planes. Can we add 50 fighters? Probably. And I would like to add about 150 naval bombers, assuming that we have that many. I highly doubt it. Yes, we do. We are now out of anything and everything. Naval strike, air superiority, all in the far eastern Indian Ocean. And obviously, once we get some radar, everybody will do a little bit better. Losing some convoys, which I don't like to see. Okay, we lack sufficient intel once again. The West Emperor Chain, which I don't even know where that is. These are the wrong units. Let's take Guam first, if we can. We need to wait 8 more days. And I suppose anything that could give us naval anti-air attack, not bad. Ground support, naval bombing, enemy air support, division attrition. Let's get... See, I don't know if this is, you know, for infantry, but let's actually get enemy air support minus 10%. I have no idea how well this will work. And finally, all 48 of these units finally have full preparation. Let's activate our plan. We are going to push against the British Raj. Naval battles, naval battles. The Christmas Isle are finally getting their very, very weak, but very useful coastal forts. Okay, how goes our naval invasion? 34 days, 1 more day to go. And can we take Guam? If we could take Guam, this whole thing would be a heck of a lot easier. And then eventually we're going to have to take this 1 unit, make our way back, and obviously gather this new unit, which I'm guessing is a light cruiser. Okay, where is Guam? And obviously we're going to move that fleet over to the West Emperor Chain. And then obviously try to secure both Wake Island and Midway. It's going to be very challenging, but I think we can do it. Let us get even more carrier organization, which means they get more health. And obviously, I think what happens is once they lose their organization, they finally lose... Guam has been taken. They have now lost... The Americans have now lost their fleet. Or at least their naval port. If we went after Australia, we could move all 24 of our units over and down. So, is there anywhere closer? Yes. I want a port. You are now going to go from here all the way to try to secure, I believe this is Darwin. Yes, it is! Man, my Australian geography is coming along nicely. So now that we have these units, I want them to hold, make their way back to Hiroshima, and the reason why I say that is because I want this light carrier, or light cruiser. Are we going to have anytime soon? 26th of March, 20 more days. I don't think I want to wait that long, though. Everybody is already back. And we now have 2 light cruisers. Alright, your new goal is to basically protect the West Emperor chain. And hopefully we could take both Midway and Wake Island. I have no idea how well this will work, but at least our fleet is doing well. We have a lot of planes, the enemy does not. We have a lot of carriers, the enemy does not. We are obviously trying to sink what we can. What does this mean? Too many carrier ships, air traffic limited to 60% of the air wing. I don't like that. I think what we need to do is continue upgrading. Can we destroy? It would be so much... Yes! We sunk a battleship. That is fantastic. Okay, let us begin our actual naval invasions. We lack sufficient intel in the West Emperor chain, which will change, and this will change as well. Looks like we finally have intel. Are we going to begin? Hopefully we don't find ourselves in any battles. That would be horrible. Speaking of battles, let's hold, and then now do search and destroy in the West Emperor chain, the Eastern Micronesia, and the Micronesian Gap. The reason why I say that is we are finally pushing into some islands here, and we're doing better and better. Though it looks like we lost I don't know if we ever lost the Marshall Islands or we never owned it. A lot of naval battles with a lot of planes and vessels that are probably coming from the Philippines, so obviously we need to remove them. And we're winning most naval battles. Okay, these 10 units are now going to try to secure ourselves the Maldives. I hope we don't have to take all of them. No, we do not. Let's basically send you when you're ready. And Romania has joined the German Reich. We are finally going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you in our next adventure.